As above, so below. Welcome in, my old souls. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Old Soul Starseed. My name is Maria, and this is a general reading, so use your discernment on if this reading is for you or not. So this reading is the spring equinox Aries season reading, and we are 6 days in, so we're going to see the energy that has came out in these cards for Aries season and for the spring equinox. So I will say there is a lot of energy towards getting through the things that you are going through and stepping into leadership. That's what I'm getting with this. So, this Aries season, your determination, your motivation, that fire that burns in your soul is going to be coming through. You just have to get through what the universe is putting you through, and the things that are happening in your life, and it is going to lead to prosperity. It is going to lead to you stepping into a leadership position. That is what I'm getting so much energy from. And you have a couple cards in this reading, 111 on the timer, so you have new beginnings coming in this Aries season. So you have two cards saying that, speaking of leadership, so that's coming out very strongly. So all right, so for this reading, we got the Ace of Pentacles. So you have the universe bringing you in big opportunities. You're going to be able to go through this spring portal and new opportunities, new job offers. Maybe you're stepping into your entrepreneurship. Maybe you're stepping into, different things that you have been working towards, your manifestations, your goals. That's one thing that I'll always say is you're working towards your manifestations, because that's one of the things that I work towards is my goals and my manifestations, my dreams, the things that I want to bring into reality. And here you have the hand coming out of the sky of the universe offering that to you. So you have these new beginnings coming in. And the bottom of this card, it really reminds me of the springtime, because you have all that growth and all the greenery coming out. And I can't wait to get out into nature and really experience the springtime. And as I was saying, that 222 went across the timer, so know that you are coming into alignment with your soul purpose. So we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So you are coming out of challenging times. You are starting to see, the bigger picture and see that bloomingness. I don't even know if that's a word. Blooming that is coming from the springtime, that is coming to you. But you're coming out of challenging times. You're coming out of this anxiety, this depression, all the things that maybe were holding you back and kind of like keeping you stagnant. You're coming out of that, and that's beautiful. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. So coming out of this energy of the challenging times, coming out of that energy of the challenging times, the depression, whatever was keeping you in your head, maybe keeping you up at night. So you're stepping from that into, okay, here I am. It's springtime. I'm planting my seeds. And the real thing that I'm getting with this card too is the universe wants you to have patience, have a little understanding and grace towards yourself and towards the things that you're working on. Know that they are coming in, but you have to be patient. That's what I'm getting. It's going to take a lot of patience, and it's going to take sacrifice. So the universe wants you to, you know what I get with these two cards? Focus on your goals. Focus on what you want to bring in. So this reading already, we have 3 cards with pentacles on it. You have the universe bringing you the offers. The universe is saying, okay, I'm bringing you the offers. Now I want you to plant these seeds. And now I want you to save your resources and build that foundation that I am here to help you build and guide you towards that foundation of your dreams and your desires. And that's so beautiful. And I don't want this next card to scare you, but we have the Tower. And what I feel like the universe is saying with this is you are coming out of those challenging times, and you may have to experience a couple more tower moments, a couple more things in your life. 444 on the timer. So know that you are being protected as this is happening, and you're always protected, but it's good to always have that reminder as well. So, this could just be changes coming in your life. I mean, you have a lot of cards, saying there's things coming in. So, and you're coming out of that stagnant energy. So even though you have the tower card, you could experience a couple towers during this season. But what the universe really wants you to know is that these towers, these changes, whatever it is that you're going to be going through, these are going to be leading you to success. So even if your foundation gets shaken up a little bit, know that it's leading you towards those opportunities, your manifestations. It's leading you to a stable foundation. Be resourceful with your resources, so that when these moments hit, that they could be financial, they could be anything. It could just be a different change coming in your life. 555 on the timer. So 555 with the tower card. I mean, if that doesn't scream change, I don't know what does. And I just said this in my reading that I made on TikTok, but I mean, I'm not even joking when I tell you that one day last week I seen 555 like 25 times in one day, and I am not exaggerating. And I have been seeing it nonstop. As you can see, I just seen it again. So just know that the universe is preparing you for the changes that are coming in. You may be getting shaken up with a little bit of these tower moments, this little bit of shaking of your foundation, because it's shaking. Your foundation is shaking because it wasn't solid in the first place. So that's why the universe is saying work on your foundation. So be resourceful and just expect that things are going to change, and you are not going to have control of that, because these things are going to change. But just know that it's leading you to something better. Because here, look at here, you have all kinds of options that are going to be coming from all of this excess things that needs to exit your life, and the things that need to change. They're bringing in options for you. They're bringing in different things that you will be able to pick from. And strangely enough, with that, with the last tarot card that I pulled, the Two of Swords, dwindle down these options and make your choice. What's best for you? That's what I'm getting from this. What is best for you? And we have a lot of blue here, so maybe it's time for you to speak up, speak your truth, speak it out into the universe. Let the universe know that you are not being indecisive. Let the universe know that you are going to use your intuition, and you are going to make the decision that is best for you, that's best going towards your goals and your dreams, and best going towards what the universe is bringing into you. All right, so we're going to move on into the Enchanted Forest Oracle. And one thing about Aries season 2 is that Aries is the first astrological sign on the belt. So, Aries season also is, in the spring equinox, is the true new year. It's when things start blossoming. It's when we come out of hibernation. It's when, the sun starts shining. At least where I'm at, I live in a place where there's snow and there's winter and there's all that stuff. So, springtime, it's when it comes alive. This is our new year. This is our new start, fresh slate to align with what we want, and going after what you want and doing that during Aries season is what this is all about. Allow yourself to receive these blessings that the universe is about to bring in. Allow yourself to make that decision that is best for you. And I have no doubt in my mind that you will do that, even with these changes that are coming in. Because you've already got it out here saying, you're coming out of those challenging times. So it's just a matter of you. And the other thing too that I get is using your discernment during this season, really allowing yourself to sit with yourself, and maybe even the things that you don't know, maybe those things that you have too many options for, that are bringing in, meditate on that decision, meditate and bring that in. But I just wanted to get that out, because we had all these, we had a lot of energies going on last week. And so we're still in that, we have the spring equinox. Like I said, we have the astrological new year. You have Aries season. Mercury just went direct. We're in the post shadow season. So, pretty soon here we'll be wrapping that up in about a week of not having to deal with the things that comes with Mercury retrograde, because right now you're integrating everything that happened during that time period. And what a time to be integrating that when the universe is going to be bringing in those new beginnings. All right, so moving on to the Sacred Forest Oracle, we have Enchanted Fern Grotto Refuge. And to me, this card is saying, like, with it looking like she's holding that crystal ball, that's what it looks like to me. But to me, I get the feeling that you are going to gain a lot of intuition. You're going to gain a lot of clarity when you're able to sit and become one with nature. Whether that's taking a walk, sitting by the river, going for a walk around the block and just breathing in that fresh air, whatever it is. This is going to be your place of safety, your place that you want to go to. That's going to bring that intuition and that clarity, and that's what I'm getting with this. So we have the Bluebird Spirit, happiness, and looking like a springtime bird. The birds are coming out, the birds are chirping, and that's when you know that spring is coming. 11:11 on the timer, so your wishes are coming true during this Aries season, during the spring equinox. You're going to have a chance to bring in that happiness in your life, that joy. So we have Toadstool's growth. You are growing during this time period. You're going to put in a lot of growth, and it's going to come from the things that you're experiencing right now. And, I get that, the beginning of the spring equinox, the beginning of Aries season is going to be a little bit rocky. It is going to use you using your discernment to integrate all these things that are coming in. But know that this is leading to growth. You are growing spiritually. You are growing within yourself, and it's all showing, because we have bee spirit, prosperity. Here is another insect that comes out. So we had a bird, and now we have the bee. We have the birds and the bees, guys. And I don't believe that I need to have that conversation with you guys, but hey, but know that the bees are bringing in prosperity. Life is about to get sweet with that honeybee. That's what I'm getting with that. Don't give up. The sacrifices are going to be worth it that are coming in. That's what I'm getting, is like, you have prosperity coming in, and that prosperity is coming in from you growing into who you are. And then we have miracles. Rainbow waterfall. I mean, how cool would that be to see a rainbow inside of a waterfall with butterflies flying around? But just know that the universe is not only bringing you prosperity, happiness, it's bringing in miracles. This Aries season and this spring equinox, you're gonna have things happen to you, and you're just gonna be like, holy crap! There's no way that this could be anything but a miracle. This is no way that this could be anything but a blessing from the universe. But this is you. This is your energy bringing that in this season. So know that you are worthy of prosperity. Know that you are worthy of all the happiness in the world. And the universe is going to show you that by bringing in so many miracles. You're just not. I just get these feelings like it's going to be unbelievable, but it's true. And then we have the stag spirit, leadership. And I always mention whenever I see a stag that stags represent transformation. So and here's that card that says leadership. You are stepping into a leadership role. All this is preparing you. All these tower moments, coming out of the dark days. It was preparing you to be the natural born leader that you are. You are a leader. You are going to be speaking your truth. And look at this card. His whole throat is blue. And I just said that. So, like, yeah, speaking your truth. It's literally coming out in these cards. Like, that is going to make you a leader by, stepping into your energy and stepping into your leadership. Which I just happened to see 1414 on the timer when I said that. So, maybe 1414 is a significant angel number to you. All right, so we're going to move on to the Woodland Wardens Oracle deck. So we have the Ram and Dahlia, determination. You're going to be determined to go after your goals. And how appropriate for the Ram card to come out during the first week of Aries season. You have determination that's burning in your soul right now. It's gonna come out, and it's gonna come out in the things that you're working towards. That's what I'm getting. And then we have the sheep and the blackberry, devotion. Not only are you determined, but you're gonna be devoted to your cause. You're gonna be devoted to your spiritual journey, to your purpose, and this is all showing up. So we have some pretty significant animals that are already coming out. So look these animals up and see what they mean spiritually, because they could mean something different to you than they could to somebody else. But like, these animals represent very strong spiritual significance. So I would look that up, as well as bees, birds, and rainbows and waterfalls. Like, there's so many synchronicities in this reading. So you have the hawk and the thistle. Graceful persistence. You're determined, you're devoted, you're persistent. And the hawk showing up, now that is a very spiritual bird, and it represents, I feel like a hawk can definitely represent leadership for sure. I don't know the exact meaning for the hawk. I have looked it up before, but look that up and see what it means. I just know that they are a very strong spiritual messenger, and when you see a hawk, that means there's something significant going to happen. So you have the bat and the hellbore, intuition. And I mentioned that earlier about using your intuition. It's going to take you to tap into your intuition. And I really feel like getting that spring air, the sunshine, letting it soak in your skin, is going to have your intuition popping. That's what I feel like. I really do. So the next card, we have the bear and the cedar, leadership. Again, see what I mean? We have the second card of leadership with a big bear on it. So bears remind me of protectors. They're big, they have a lot of power. So that could be you stepping into your leadership. So you have a bear and a stag telling you that you are a leader. You are a leader in your spiritual journey, and it's going to be showing. It's going to be coming up, and you're going to see this. And I feel like this is, towards the middle of the season, and, because the spring equinox is a little bit longer than Aries season. So I would say, these two energies integrated, but there's a lot, it's bringing in a lot of positive energy. And, I feel like, for the Aries season is where it might be a little bit, rocky towards you trying to get towards what you are working towards, but not to, give up, because you have a lot coming in, and that's coming in through these cards. So, by the time we get to the summer equinox, you're going to see a lot of this stuff has started to integrate in your life, and you'll start to see the changes. Everybody's story is different. So, it might not necessarily work out that way. Some of you might get some of this stuff in the beginning of Aries season, and others it might take till the end of the season. But just know that it's coming, And then we have the boar and the pumpkin, confidence. You are confident, and that's showing up in your reading, because in order to be a leader, you have to be confident, right? So make sure that you are showing your authority, showing your confidence in yourself. Believe these things so that they spill out into the world, and believe these things, because what you put out is what you're going to attract back in, and you have good things coming that you can attract. So don't focus on those things that are changing so much, and just allow it to flow, because you have just so much coming in. Happiness, prosperity, leadership, you got it all. It's coming in, miracles. But it's going to take you to be confident, be yourself, be who you are, and be proud of that. All right, so I pulled from the Gaia Oracle as well, because it seemed fitting for the spring equinox and things blossoming. So a couple of these cards have came out a couple times lately, but we have something is revealed, insight, breakthrough. So you're going to be getting insight. Something is going to be revealed to you. And you know, again, she's laying out underneath the moon. Connect with nature, connect with the moon, and that's gonna help your intuition spark up. Like, I'm telling you, I can just feel that you getting in touch with nature, getting in touch with the earth is going to have your intuition going crazy. So here's another card that keeps coming out. We have peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. And that already came out. You're coming out of that. You're coming out of them depressing thoughts. You're coming out of, you know, sorry, excuse me, these challenging times, and you're coming into peace. You have your solar plexus chakra like screaming through this card, I feel like. So we have the chakra showing up, and so all this stuff is going to lead you to peace in your life. You're going to be a leader, and you're going to have peace. So we have the enchanted forest, mystery, magic, excitement. And again, I feel like this, you know, going out into nature and maybe even hugging some trees is going to help you to, you know, find that magic, that excitement out in nature. Because this, and I feel like, you know, the universe is saying, if you have been, you know, locked up, not going out because it's been snowing or the weather's been bad or you've been depressed, whatever it is, like, you have the, allow the mystery and magic to come back into your life. That's what the universe wants you to know, is like, you're going to be capable of pulling on that through nature and through your intuition. So believe in the magic, believe in the mystery of the universe, because it's coming for you. And you know, one thing that I can suggest that I've done before, and it is magical, you know, I went up to a tree. It was just me. I was hiking by myself. I asked the tree, I said, if you have any messages for me, or if you could give me a collective message, which I'd have to really go through my notes because I don't remember exactly what it was, but I did. I asked it, and I hugged the tree, and I stayed still, and those messages came through from the tree, and that's magical. So, you know, I hope that you have an experience like that you can experience something magical, because it's, you know, like, I don't know, it's just really how, you know, life and the universe works and all that is so mysterious, but it's so beautiful. And like, those kind of moments are the things that I enjoy. And if you do that, you know, pull out your phone, write down what you hear, and go back to it at another time, and you're gonna know, like, you know, what the universe was conveying to you. And we have 2222 on the timer, so, you know, they're 2222. So we have harmony, power, self-confidence, and productivity. You're going to be productive. You are going to be coming into balance and harmony with yourself, with the earth, with nature, with your soul journey. It's all coming into alignment, and it's going to be having peace in your life. I mean, how beautiful is that, really? So we have reflection, illusion, self-examination, distortion, which there are times where this card could represent that. So maybe, you know, some of these options that you have, some of these options are illusions. Some of these options are meant to try to confuse you and put you behind, but the universe really wants you to use your intuition when it comes to that. And so you're going to be reflecting on the things that have happened during this winter time, and that's going to help you to grow into, you know, into what is coming during the spring equinox in this Aries season. So reflect on your life, reflect and help to bring in that peace. Because when you reflect, accept it for what it is, and then release it, let it go, let it flow down the river into the water. All right, so the last card that I pulled for this reading is Purification Fire, Bare Essentials, the Naked Truth and Wholeness. And look, she's standing by a tree. I'm telling you right... Oh. Sorry, guys. I don't know how bad it is on here for getting you for that, but I know on the other apps, I've gotten flagged for that a few times. But either way, so you have a fire card saying, like, and how appropriate is that after reflecting, after letting it go? You have the fire within your soul. You're going to be vulnerable. You're going to be able to really get in touch with your soul, your journey, and really let that fire ignite in your soul. Because you see that big flame? She's She's tapping into her inner self, being vulnerable and allowing herself to bring in everything that is coming in. Well, guys, let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. I really think, you know, this, despite a few of the, you know, iffy cards coming out, but there's a reason why they're there, so there's that. But, you know, let me know in the comments if this reading resonates with you, because I really think this was beautiful. Or, you know, let me know in the comments if you end up seeing any of these synchronicities that popped up in this reading, any of these animals, you know, because every time you see these animals, then you know that you're on the right path in this reading. You know that this reading is for you. And also, in my bio, I have my link tree. I have all my socials. I have, you know, if you want to give me a donation, any of that stuff. If you want a personal reading, hit the link in my bio. We could set that up on my link tree. And tomorrow, if you happen to be on TikTok, Friday the 27th at 7 p.m., I'm going to go live on TikTok and do live readings. So if you want to meet me over there, that's cool. If not, that's fine. But, and of course that wouldn't matter when you see this reading, but that's neither here nor there. Whenever you see this reading, that's when you are meant to see it, and this message will resonate with you, and you'll be able to tell if this reading is for you. All right, guys, you know, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to know when I post a reading. And, you know, these longer readings that I post, these are YouTube exclusive, so any love, any sharing, any of the being part of this old soul community means a lot to me. And I know I've said this to you guys before, but remember, guys, to always believe in yourself. Anything is possible. I love you guys so much, and until next time, happy spring equinox and happy Aries season. Until next time, guys.